Jazz Club. Really flying the music. Okay.
Hey there, everyone. Happy Thursday. We're back at it. It is Thursday evening, 8:00 on the East Coast. Again, it would be the time the Cosby Show would air about now, and we're excited to have you with us. Yes, I have blue lips. This is not by accident. Just make sure they look all right. Not by accident, not by chance. Today, I feel like being fun and funky and different just because I can. And tonight we're going to be talking about Rudy. Chapter 3 of the book is entitled Rudy. And if you've seen the flyers and stuff, there's a picture of the goldfish. Chapter 3, Rudy. The crowd is just too much. Rudy has long since grown out of the need to be the one in the spotlight. The burden of being the youngest, of being the cutest, of being the one who can dance really well has now been exchanged for being the one who follows in her mother's footsteps as a lawyer, and the one who appears regularly on some news channel in the need of the Black social justice lawyer in Manhattan, and the one of the Huxtable children, not currently, nor has she ever been married. No one marvels at who she is anymore. They marvel at what she does. And that leaves a hollow place in Rudy. To escape the noise of the nosy and the endless inquiries of her love life and earnings, Rudy politely navigates a familiar escape route through the living room and up the stairs towards the second floor. Before she disappears into the hall of the second level, Rudy stops to look above the crowd. She sees her brother take over as the patriarch of the family. He is so handsome, she thinks. Theo chose to wear the black Gordon Gartrell suit she sent him for Christmas 9 months ago. Theo could always wear black on black. He looks strong. The family will need that. Rudy continues to assess the room a little longer, for she realizes this isn't a vantage point she's held often in this house. She recalls usually sitting on the stairs, hiding behind the rails to sneak peeks at Vanessa, getting yelled at for going to Baltimore, at Denise, when she was supposed to be babysitting, but instead decided to sneak the boyfriend of the day into the house. The best days of her life were on these stairs, she thought. But suddenly, the stairs feel brand new. She's taller. She's not hiding behind the rails. But with her best friend gone, she's not ready to be exposed either. She has to get away. And this crowd is just too much. Sondra calls to Rudy from the front door. Over the crowded room, she, Vanessa, and Olivia walk in without Denise, which is fine by her. Rudy simply couldn't bear Denise's dismissive attitude today. Not today.
Rudy!
What? And why are you yelling my name from across the room?
Because there's someone outside waiting to see you.
Well, tell him to come in.
He said it may be easier if you come outside.
Who is it?
Rudy stops cold in her tracks. Her 5'6" frame is no match for the 6'3" Adonis standing in front of her, holding a bouquet of wildflowers. He's a stranger with a familiar face. This man stands looming over Rudy, casting a long, dark shadow as he shields the setting sun from Rudy's face, leaving a ring of heavenly hue haloing his head. The man seems a slight bit nervous, which is made evident when he greets Rudy. He takes a deep breath and stands a bit taller as he says,
"Hello, Rudy."
Hello. Peter?
With an uncomfortable chuckle, Rudy and her old friend Peter move in for an awkward embrace. Rudy notices the hug linger a little longer as longer than she had expected, but it gave her ample time to feel the strange man's biceps and feel him lift her effortlessly with the bouquet of wildflowers in the other hand. The softness of his strawberry blonde beard tickles Rudy's forehead. Rudy takes a step back to look at Peter.
Lord Jesus, when did you make a man like this? Oh, I'm sorry. I know that was rude, but I.
I know. No one from the old neighborhood remembers me looking this way. Which is fair because I don't remember the neighborhood having 3 Starbucks spots within a 5-block radius.
Well, things do change.
And the things you need to be familiar, you're glad they are.
Okay, wow. Well, everyone's inside, so.
I can't. I'm double parked and I've got to get back to the city and then back to Pittsburgh in the morning.
Pittsburgh. You left New York City for Pittsburgh?
I left Brooklyn for Pittsburgh.
Ah, touche.
I went to Pitt for college. I played football there and now I'm an assistant coach.
Oh, wow. Football, huh? Let me guess. You were a running back?
Close.
Close. All the times you went barreling out of the house like a freight train?
No, I know. But no. Tight end. I had a growth spurt, leaned out, gained some speed, became really good with my hands. Tight end. A finesse position.
Oh. Well, okay then.
Rudy, I'm so sorry to hear about your dad.
Thanks.
Thank you
Me? For what?
for sharing him with us. Dr. Huxtable, well, he was all of our dads. And I had a great dad, but Dr. Huxtable was special to me, to all of us. We used to be a little jealous that he got to be your dad for real, like you had the greatest guy of all time. I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm really sorry he's gone, and I'm really sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Peter. And you know what? I'm sorry for your loss, too.
You know, he came out to see me play a couple times. Yeah. He and my dad would take road trips out to Pitt and watch us play West Virginia every year. My mom loved it because she didn't like the drive and she didn't like football. Your dad stepped in and got her off the hook.
Rudy lowers her saddened face as she can feel the tears creeping up. Peter gently places his hand under her chin and lifts her face, revealing a budding tear.
Your father was one of the greatest men I have ever known. Ever.
The two friends chat for a moment more. Peter hands Rudy the wildflowers and kisses her on the cheek, still holding her hand.
It was really great to see you, Rudy. Perhaps I should get home over to the city at least to see you, if you have time for me, that is.
Yeah, let's stay in touch. I would love to see you again soon, Peter.
Peter slowly lets Rudy's hand slip out of his. He turns, and with the greatest confidence Rudy has ever seen, Peter leaves the Huxtable residence. With a soft smile on her face and wildflowers in her hands, Rudy savors the sweetness of her visit with an old friend. She re-enters the house, reminded of the bitterness of losing her best friend. Olivia and Vanessa are still standing at the door waiting for the juicy details.
A white boy. Wow. I would have expected that from Vanessa, but not you, Miss Social Justice cover of Essence. Surprising, but you could pull it off.
Wait. Why would you expect me to be dating a white guy? Not that there's anything wrong with dating a white guy. Wait, are you dating a white guy?
Oh, dear Jesus. Are you both 14? And what is wrong with you? It wouldn't matter if I was dating anyone, but I'm not. Not right now, anyway.
But you sure are doing a whole lot of smelling the roses. But wait, ain't no roses in that bouquet, girl. What are those? Weeds? Girl, he picked those up out of someone's yard on the way over here, didn't he? Rudy, who was that? He looked familiar, but
It was Peter.
Peter. Peter from across the street, Peter?
Peter always running through their house like a bull in a china shop, Peter?
I know, right? Peter. I can't possibly date Peter. Ugh. He's like family.
Rudy, it's been 20 years. He's brand new now.
He's Peter.
Girl, you better go on and get you some Peter. Oh.
Olivia and Vanessa crack up laughing. Rudy is only mildly amused. She hands the bouquet of flowers to Olivia and pushes through the crowd and runs up the stairs.
Oh, come on, Rudy. I'm sorry.
Yep, that's exactly how Peter used to do it.
Yeah. Upstairs, the hallway is packed with more guests, standing and talking, remembering the good doctor and what times they had together. Rudy popped her head into her old bedroom to see if that was a place where she could hide, and swings the door open to find Winnie babysitting some of the smaller children of the guests, as well as the children of Theo, Vanessa, and Olivia. Before Rudy can turn and leave the room, Cousin Pam and Nelson make their way in with drinks and snacks for the small ones. Rudy can feel herself falling apart. The tears are welling up in her eyes. The lump of hard air is forming in her throat, making it very difficult to breathe. Continuing to push through the crowd, she makes her way to the bathroom. She gets inside and locks the door, and she still has a hard time breathing. She finds the edge of the tub, sits, and releases the pressure forming in her chest by letting go of the tears. The pain of losing her father released. Rudy tries to muffle her wailing as not to alarm anyone. She needs the time alone.
Please, Daddy. Please just come back. Please.
She repeats this like a hard, sincere prayer. Then there's a soft knock at the door. Rudy doesn't say anything at first. She's hoping the faint knock is of the small children, which will eventually go away. But there's a second, more deliberate knock, followed by a deep voice.
Rudy, are you in there?
Yeah, Theo. Yeah, just give me a second. Use the bathroom in Mom and Dad's room.
Rudy, are you decent?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll open up.
Suddenly, Rudy isn't sure if it's Theo. She gets up from the tub's edge and slowly reaches for the doorknob, hearing the lock pop, and turn the handle to release the latch. The creak of the door accompanies the reveal of the other side. Kenny. In an involuntary, impulsive moment, Rudy leaps up into Kenny's arms, throws her arms around his neck, and releases the most cleansing cry she has ever known. Quietly, just above a whisper, he consoles her.
Hey now, it's okay. Go ahead and cry. Let's go back into the bathroom. The hallway doesn't deserve to see you like this.
Kenny walks Rudy back into the bathroom and closes the door. He presses the lock to ensure their privacy, and he grabs a handful of tissue and gives it to Rudy.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Let's start this again. Hey, Rudy.
Hey, bud.
There she is. There's my girl. Hey.
They embrace again. Rudy leans into the chest of the only man who, after her father, loved her fiercely, and she loved back. In that safety, she grieves. The two old friends spend the next hour in the bathroom, sitting on the floor, backs up against the tub, referring people who needed the bathroom to her parents' room or to the powder room downstairs.
Why don't we go into your parents' room and let the people use the bathroom?
I don't know. It seems to make sense to do that opposed to holding this bathroom up, but I really don't know. This was the one place I could think that if I said someone's in here, I wouldn't be forced to let anyone in, I guess, but I don't know. You know what's crazy? I attended my first funeral in this room. Lamont Goldfish. He was my first pet. He died and I didn't know what to do, so I called Dad. I thought he would come get it, but do what with it? What exactly do you do with the dead? I had no idea, so we all got dressed up, and with Lamont laying in a green fishnet, we all stood around this toilet in our Sunday's best and gave Lamont Goldfish a funeral. Yeah. Wow. I've never thought of that in a long, long time.
Your dad had a way of making every moment these brilliant, compassionate teaching moments.
Yeah, he did. I don't like this, Kenny. I can't.
It's okay. It's okay.
Kenny puts his arm around Rudy's shoulder and brings her closer to him. Rudy grieves on.
This is breaking my heart. This is killing me.
I know it is. I'm so sorry, Rudy.
Rudy cries. She slows her cry for a moment. She sits up and takes a good look at Kenny. She gently takes his face in her hands, cupping his cheeks. She looks deep into his brown eyes, and with all the love she could muster.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
For you, always.
They sit and they continue to talk, reflect on each other's lives, catch up over years, and they lovingly reflect on the lives of Cliff and Lamont Goldfish.